So in today's video, we're answering, is Hampton the best coastal city in the 757 of the Hampton Roads? Or is it just one of those areas where locals actually pick that side of the water and never look back? I've helped military families, PCS, first-timers, and second-time buyers all relocate to the peninsula of the Hampton, Virginia. And in today's video, we're breaking down everything that you need to look forward to, the things that you need to watch out for, and things that no one even discusses with you until you've already moved them, unpacked your boxes from that moving truck. So if this is your first time joining us on the channel, go ahead and ring that notification bell and subscribe to the channel, because this is going to be the channel that you're going to learn everything that you need to know, not only about Hampton, Virginia, but the surrounding areas of the Hampton Roads 757. So I get phone calls and text messages from viewers just like you each and every week, and I love every single moment of it. So feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text at 757-294-8163. And just remember, no matter where you're at in your journey, don't worry, I got you. So the first things first that we need to talk about is lifestyle and outdoors around the Hampton, Virginia area. Right now I'm over at Fort Monroe, actually taking in the sights and the views. Check this out. This is views and sights of the Chesapeake Bay that you can see from Hampton, Virginia over in the Fort Monroe area. One of the major things that I love about this area is that it actually has a chill beach area place, and then it actually has a nice park where they actually do concerts and events. We'll leave some of them linked up here right now, and then we'll leave a link down in the description for you to check out every more events that's coming to this area over at Continental Park. Well, then also in Hampton, Virginia, you have two additional park beaches as well too. You have over at Buckroe Beach that has just opened up a new playground. They have a fishing pier. They actually have lifeguards on site. And then also we have the Grand Nature View Preserve as well too, which was a more out of the beaten path, has limited parking, but actually has a nice beach as well too over in Hampton. So also some of the other amenities that you can take into consideration as you're actually thinking about this area is that NASA has an outdoor facility as well that you can actually come and check out. It's an Air and Space Museum where you can check it out. It has a lot of amenities over there for you as well. And then in the downtown Mercury Boulevard area of Hampton, Virginia, we'll show you some shots of it here, is the Coliseum. The Coliseum actually hosts major events and concerts all the time, year round. And this is one of those high-end amenities that a lot of people love to actually frequent in the Hampton, Virginia market. So we're going to take you over to another part of our features of what we think Hampton actually does a great job at as well. So comment down below, what do you think about this view that we're at over here at Fort Monroe? See you in a second. Hampton has seen affordable housing actually stay the main factor that a lot of people actually move to the Hampton, Virginia market. Right now, the average sales home right now is about $272,000, with the median list price for a home being around $300,000. Right now, you will also see that Hampton has been trimming property taxes back year after year for the last 4 years. Right now, it's currently down to about $1.14 per every $100 excess. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to plan for your vehicle property tax as well here, because that has still been very steady at about $4.50 per every $100 assessed as well too. Now, one of the other things that you can take into consideration when it comes to Hampton is that you're seeing equity actually increase right now, and the city has recently put out a report showing that about a 7.7% increase over the last 7 years when it comes to Hampton values. So continue to watch this market continue to blossom and grow over time as you start to see a lot more amenities come into this area. So one of the main things about Hampton is going to be jobs and military lifestyles. And let's talk about that for a second. Did you know that Hampton, Virginia is home to Langley Air Force Base, or Langley Fort Eustis Joint Air Base? Right now, that base is right now located centrally over in Hampton Boulevard as well too. And that gives you a lot of amenities, a lot of military that's going to be in this local area right here, who's going to be desiring amenities that's going to fit their lifestyle and their community. Now, also with upon that, we also have Centera Metroplex over in this area as well. And then you also have, not too far from here, the Newport News shipbuilding area as well too, where they do all nuclear carrier responsibilities for shipbuilding in that local market. So when you talk about coming down to the Hampton, Virginia market, you got to remember that always that there's going to be opportunities galore for jobs across the board. And this is going to be one of those things where you're going to find a lot more opportunities here. But let's switch to schools for opportunity right here, right now. Hampton City Public Schools has recently reported a 97.9 graduation rate and also offering 28 AP courses in its local school systems. So with that, you're now seeing a lot more effort going into exactly what's taking place in education in the Hampton market as well too. And let's not forget that NASA is also always doing STEM projects out in this area as well, because NASA is actually on the Langley Joint Fort Usage Base as well. So you get that information from them as much as possible, and they're actually putting a lot more STEM projects into the community that allows for this to actually become a lifestyle that a lot of people love. Now, don't forget about the major job markets that's always going to be coming to local markets in our area as well over time. This is one of those things where it's always going to be a growing market as well. So just always know that no matter what you're thinking, that Hampton is always a prosperous and growing community where we're seeing a lot more money being pumped into this area, but also we're seeing a lot more opportunities starting to grow in this market as well too. So in this community, you just got to always understand, here's some of the gotchas that some people won't talk to you about. Flood risk is going to be #1 when it comes to Hampton as well too. Did you know that you just got to be prepared for it being in a coastal city, that you're going to probably more than likely, depending on the area that you're looking in, going to need flood insurance. So as always, we want you to make sure that you're doing your research and understanding what those FEMA flood maps actually dictate and how that's going to play a role in what you're actually going on when it comes to your property that you may actually be renting or actually moving into for purchase. Secondly, what you want to know also is that jet noise is going to be prevalent here if you're anywhere near Langley Air Force Base. That's just going to be one of the things that you're going to hear F-14s flying all day long. Jet noise may not be a thing that people shy away from. Some people actually call it the sound of freedom. So just depending on how you feel about jet noise and what that can actually do to your commute, just make sure that you're understanding that. I will always recommend, if you are moving to an area that definitely has a possibility of having a lot of extreme jet noise, actually do your home showings around that time of day so you can kind of experience how that feels, whether the home shakes, whether it's the windows insulate the sound for as much as it possibly can, or just any other variables that you may see out of the normalcy when you're actually doing showing at that point in time. Thirdly is going to be the summers or the nor'easters that you can see from this crazy weather that we can receive over in Hampton. Hampton being a coastal city, you know, it got to be closer to somewhat of a lower sea level than most, and when the rainfall comes in, it comes in the downpour, but the heat as well too can be one of those things where it's not as bad, but it can get unbearable with humidity involved in it as well. So take that into account. Then you also got to tie in if you're okay with the cross-water commutes to the south side, whether you want to go to Norfolk or Virginia Beach and hang out and check out the scenes, or if you just want to head over to Chesapeake to visit friends, or Suffolk to actually check out some of your friends who just moved into their recently new development in subdivisions. Those could be things that you have to take in consideration. How long of a commute could that really be? And what you're going to see is that traffic time and traffic patterns are really going to dictate a lot of your schedule when you're out in this community. But then lastly, what I want you to also consider is it safe? That's what a lot of people always want to ask about any type of video that we do, and any type of time we do anything with a neighborhood or pros and cons video. Is it safe? I believe that crime happens in any micro market, but it's always going to come down to you actually using the crime maps to actually figure out exactly what it is about the community or the area or the address that you're considering that you're going to be actually shopping for a home in. And this is going to be prevalent in some that a lot of people, different modes of feelings about it is going to take into account. So one of the things that you can do is always do your research on your best behavior of just going at nighttime and actually checking out the community, actually checking out the crime maps, doing your research on local news stories in the local area. You have so many resources that you can use to actually figure that out. And that's what I want you to actually take into consideration. So what I want to talk to you about is that if you have not yet received our Hampton Roads relocation guide, this is the opportunity for you to actually head on over to the movingtonorfolk.com/helpful-guides, where we have a library of research guides that we've done a lot of information into for you to make sure that a lot of this is documented for you so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So I knew when I moved to the Hampton Roads market that one of the things that I wish I knew then was all the things that I'm talking to you about in these videos. So if you want to get this information and you want to leverage the information that we know and you want to have it at the reach of your fingertips, definitely head on over to the movingtonorfolk.com/helpful-guides and check that out and get what exactly it is that you need and everything else in between. We actually even have a Hampton area guide that's over at that website right now at movingtonorfolk.com that you can check out, and they got all these things that we talked about and more in full detail for you over there, and plus more videos like this. Now, if you found value in this content, definitely hit me with a like. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell. But let me know, what do you think about Hampton, Virginia? What are some of the pros and cons that you don't like when it comes to Hampton, Virginia if you already live here? But if you are not here yet and you're thinking about relocating and considering being here, what are some other questions that you may have that comes up when it comes to Hampton, Virginia? Because really and truly, this is one of the most beautiful areas that you can find in the market right now in the 757, especially if you are demanding waterfront property, you're looking for coastal living, or you're looking for urban neighborhood feelings that you can actually have as well, or you want to be close to Langley, Joint Force Eustis as well. And this is one of those areas that if you're actually going to be assigned to the Newport News shipbuilding community, this could be an area for you as well too. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you're feeling about this community and what things that you don't like about this community. And we'll catch you in the next video. Until then, catch this video right here because that one's going to be a banger as well. And we'll see you in the next video. Y'all stay safe. Peace.